What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Kyle Special. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cloud Shinobi, and we are back with another reaction. Now, I'm not even gonna get into all that. Today we're reacting to The Last of Us, the show, season 1, episode 4. I am so behind on this show right now. I have 3 episodes technically, because I haven't even watched this one yet. But after I watch this one, I have 2 more episodes to watch, and then I'll be finally caught up to the show. Not to mention Tokyo Revengers. Plus, I think I'm pretty good on Vinland Saga. I might be an episode behind on Vinland Saga, if anything. But yeah, it's grind time. I gotta get back on it. I gotta start pumping out these reactions even more. I've been noticing that there's a need that I have to start taking breaks in between these drawn out recording sessions that I end up having for myself, where like I go days recording videos back to back to back. And like I said, I'm still new to this, so I'm still figuring out exactly how I'm working in this schedule and how I'm supposed to even do this, right? Like trying to create a schedule. I did have a schedule at first, and if you notice, I've never even mentioned that schedule anymore, because that schedule was a bit tedious. I'm not gonna lie. It might work better in the future, but as of right now, for just starting out, I think it's best if I just go with how everything is moving at the moment. I don't want to push no schedule out until I'm actually 100% certain that that schedule would work best for me. So as of right now, I'm just going to end up recording shows in an order, not necessarily dropping them on a specific day nonetheless, but instead focus on just making sure I get the recording out there, So that's my main focus, is to record all these reactions and upload them. I don't care if it's gonna be 3 Last of Us videos in a row. Whoa, however it ends up happening, the fact of the matter is, it just needs to happen, that they all need to be up. At the end of the day, that's the whole point, right? I'm growing my audience, I'm growing everything about my channel, so all that matters right now is making sure that the content is out there. And personally, I think The Last of Us videos do the best, probably next to the Vinland Saga videos or Tokyo Revengers. I really don't understand, but I don't know for sure yet, but I think it's definitely The Last of Us ones at the top of everything. Yeah, that being said, make sure to check out my Patreon down below in the description so you can support me. You can get every reaction completely unedited, without all the cuts and stuff like that. And yeah, that being said, let's get into the video. Literally the last thing we watched was Bill and Frank. That's actually crazy to me. It's been so long. Like, it's actually been ridiculously long since I watched this show. I know you're not practicing trying to stick somebody up, bro. Does anyone actually say pew pew when they shoot a gun? I was gonna say she doesn't know how to work it, but she was trained, right, to be like one of the soldiers or whatever, so she should technically know how it works. She want to squeeze that trigger bad. I don't know why I was expecting this to bang, even though she emptied. She made sure it was empty twice beforehand. Where's Joel? Would Joel necessarily really take the gun from her? Like, what is the point? Like, what does he gain from taking the gun from her? Oh, he's siphoning gas. Oh, they do have a car now, huh?
Every hour?
Gas breaks down over time. This stuff's almost water.
Nice. How does that work?
It's a siphon. Because pressure.
You don't know.
I know it works. No wandering.
He like me for real. I don't know how that works. Like, I understand how you get the initial bit out, but how does it just continuously start going until like it's empty?
Okay. This is your fault then. Very. No pun intended. Volume 2 by Will Livingston. Volume 2. Look, you get it? 2? Like T-O-O? stayed up all night.
No.
Wondering where the sun went. And then it dawned on me.
Feel free to wait in the truck.
Those are some.
There's nothing you can do to
Those are
stop it.
nothing but dad jokes, bro. Literal dad jokes.
Must have been some truck.
Yeah, they used to stick big-ass plows on them and clear the roads for their tanks and such.
I want to see a tank.
You will.
I was gonna say she
choppers, all
wouldn't,
that
but
stuff.
Something.
I thought she pulled out the
Does it make you all
blicky.
nostalgic?
This is actually before my time.
Right.
It's a winner, though.
It's light on the reading, but it has some interesting pictures.
Oh, no. Put that back. That's not for kids.
How do
Ellie,
you even walk around with that thing?
please get rid of it.
Told you,
There's no
I
way.
want to see what all the fuss. Why are all these pages stuck together? I'm just fucking with you.
Bro. She is such a kid, bro. There's no way. There's no way that just happened. Copyright. Tanks. They really just be pulling over anywhere and calling it home for the night, bro. That's crazy. You would be called a weirdo for doing that in today's time. I guess technically this is today's time since it's 2023, but you know what I'm saying. Dang.
This is slow.
Munch?
It is 20-year-old Chef Boyardee ravioli.
That guy was good.
I actually agree.
Ravioli is nasty. I'm sorry. I tried eating it recently, but it's just,
How long are we staying out
it's
here?
literally, everything
Gotta
tastes
sleep
so
tonight.
artificial, bro.
And
So can we start a fire? I'm freezing.
now why am I going to tell you no?
People? What are they gonna
He's
do?
teaching
rob us?
her. I like
Well,
it.
they'll have way more in mind than that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's pretty obvious what that meant. The boy got that tuka on at the ready, bruh.
Joe,
What?
can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
Why did the Scarecrow get an award?
Because he was outstanding in his field?
You dick! Did you read this?
No.
Ellie just like me for real. I be doing that with my siblings all the time, bro. Act like something serious and then it's just a joke.
Those people you said. There's no way anyone knows we're here, right?
No, I hope not.
No one's going to find us.
People. Close his eyes. Immediately mouth over hand. Mouth over hand, hand over mouth. So I don't make jokes, bro. Can't even say them right. Okay, buddy. So does Joe not get any sleep for real? What did he? Coffee?
Oh, what the fuck is that?
That's coffee? What kind of coffee pot is that?
Seriously, what those Starbucks in the QZ used to sell?
Well, theirs was a lot fresher than what Bill saved up, but yeah, this is what they sold. Eyes on the map.
Where in Wyoming did you say your brother was?
Last contact came through a radio tower close to Cody. He'll be near a settlement. Probably close to another city out there. Ain't too many of them in Wyoming.
Ian.
So at this point, we're just looking for Tommy at the moment.
Really? What's his name?
Whose name?
Your brother.
Tommy?
Tommy.
Younger or older?
Younger.
Why isn't he with you?
Long story.
Is it longer than 25 hours? Because I think that's what we got.
Tommy's what we used to call a joiner. Dreams of becoming a hero. Being in the army didn't make him feel much like a hero. Cut to 12 years later, outbreak happens. He convinces me to join a group making their way up to Boston, which I did. And then Tommy meets Marlene. She talks me into joining the Fireflies. Wants to save the world. Pipe dream, yeah. Fireflies, all of them. Delusional. Too.
There's no way we're actually watching The
going
Last of
out
Us right
there.
now, bro. Like, what? The show?
I gotta go get him.
If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on? I mean, you gotta try, right?
Exactly. I feel like anybody that's still alive believes there's hope. You can't live and think there's no
Keep going
hope.
for
Like,
family.
truly, you can say it.
That's about it.
I'm not family.
No. Your cargo.
Mm. Joe, you gotta.
What if you don't find him?
I will.
She's a
do you know?
little girl, bro. You can't just say something like that.
If you want to grab more sleep.
I'm not even tired.
Everybody know that feeling when you sleep, and somehow you just start to wake up right when you about to arrive at your destination. There's no way it could be their destination though. She said 25 hours, bro. This would have to be literally the worst part of the outbreak. Every road being blocked for some unimaginable reason. Cause like truly, think about it. The zombies infected or whatever the reason or cause for the world to end would probably be the biggest part at the moment. But after a while, like when it gets like this, when you're able to like travel freely a bit and not have to like it would be so chaotic during that time, this would be the worst part. Like the ruins of what happened would be the worst, absolute worst part of it. It's honestly kind of crazy how like they don't make more food and stuff. You would think that would be the government's first backup plan.
Where are we?
Like, and I'm not talking about those scrap things they be feeding people. I'm talking about like what Bill and Frank was doing, but like on a larger scale. I feel like the government does that on purpose though, to make people fall in
Take the
line.
next ramp, and we're back on
I don't know
the
how it
road.
would make people fall in line, but there has to be some reason why they feed them the most disgusting food possible during this time.
The fuck is a highway?
I can't tell from this. I'm all turned around.
Well, don't look at the state map. Look at the
I
inset.
don't know where we are in that either. This is my second day in a fucking car, man. Stop.
Ooh.
Is that the QZ? Where the fuck is Fedra?
Who'd it be? I ain't gonna lie, buddy. You on your own.
Seatbelt on.
Don't hit him. Don't hit him. Thank you. Yep. It was a trap. Oh my gosh. Now hit him. Now you can hit him. The gunfire sounds similar to the gunfire in the actual game. Ooh, Ellie finna whip the pistol out.
You see that hole? Can you squeeze through? When I say go, you crawl to that wall and you squeeze through and you don't come out until I say, okay?
She finna catch her first body. I'm calling it, bro.
They're not gonna hit you.
She finna walk straight up to somebody and
They're not
bow.
gonna hit you.
And I bet it's gonna be the last
Stay
person.
quiet. Okay.
Or to save Joe's life.
Go!
Got him. Oh, if Joe would have just peeked. If he would have just looked, he would have saw that man checking on his buddy. Yep, pull it out. Pause. She don't even got her hand on the pistol. I would have been in my bag talking about some gripping that. Don't talk. Yep. It's showtime. I called it. See, that's why you gotta stay ready, so you don't gotta get ready. Oh, she gonna use the no. Oh, nope. Hopefully it don't jam. I think that's why she sniffed it, to see if it worked or if it's been shot before.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's over. We're not fighting anymore. I'm gonna go home. I'll tell everyone you're good. I don't know what to do.
Dang, dead in the
My mom
spine.
isn't far. If you can get me to her,
Joe finna do the unthinkable.
we can trade with you guys. We can be friends. I didn't know. I'm Brian. What's your name?
No, he's giving himself identity, bro. That is the worst thing to do. It's so horrible to make when they make themselves human.
You can have it. It's a good knife.
Oh no, now you finna. He's not gonna waste a bullet.
No. I'm sorry. Please. We can just talk. I'm sorry. I'm no one asked you. I'm sorry. No. We can just talk. Mom!
That was terrifying. That was actually
There's some
terrifying.
stuff against the door.
Can you move it?
I'm okay. I'm good. I got some food in here still, and I got your light, so.
You're not gonna give her pistol back? She literally just saved your life. What are you hogging it for? And he don't even know how long she's had it. Obviously, he can assume since Bill and Frank. But if she wanted to use it on you, she would have used it. I'm gonna assume he just doesn't want her to kill anyone. That boy got a commando. Forgot the name of that camo. Guess you just call it red. Who this is, Tommy?
What else do you want me to say?
I don't know, the truth.
She's finna be annoying. She's finna be so annoying. I can already tell.
The chance. Henry Burrell.
I was definitely expecting Joel or Tess'
You know
name to
where
pop
Henry
up.
is. I wonder if this is the cell where my brother was beaten to death.
No, you were wronged,
Okay, well, she's one of those people that
and I'm sorry.
pushes what happened to her onto
It's
others
gone too far.
and uses it as fuel to
It
be
has to stop.
the way she is.
It has to stop now, you mean? Now that you're in the cell. Where's to Fedra?
They put a gun to my head.
There. Have I satisfied the necessary conditions for you to talk?
She proved the point.
I never told them anything about your brother.
Oh, so this was
And we know that he's still in the city.
very recent.
I think that you know that too.
Buddy, give up Henry. If you truly care, but you talking about something, I healed you, I delivered you. Bro, then give up Henry. Who is Henry? If you're not gonna talk, might as well pray. Would this be Brian's mom?
We found a truck loaded. It's not a Fedra vehicle, but they were heavily supplied.
Oh, they left a
Well, Henry has a
truck.
radio. Maybe he found someone out there. Maybe he called these guys in. Will he live?
Better call that doctor of yours.
No chance.
Imagine.
I'm sorry.
Imagine if she, okay, well, he's not surviving regardless, but imagine she would have killed the doctor. Oh, shit, it looks like this man's fate is sold. I knew it. Yeah, something told me to be
This
like,
is Henry's work.
she's gonna walk in there and shoot him.
Understand? And he won't stop until we stop him. Find who did this. Find every collaborator and kill them all.
Who are these people? Run. I'm assuming these people did what the Fireflies have failed to do so far, which is take back that section from
Not fireflies.
the Fedra.
But they'll be coming through these places soon enough.
Sorry if like me peeling my lip bothers you. It's a habit that I'm trying to break.
There's a really tall building like 4 blocks away.
Yeah, saw it.
So that's the one?
As soon as we don't hear a truck, we move. I'm all right. Thing is I didn't hear that guy coming. He shouldn't have had to have.
Okay, so I'm right. I think that's the whole point of him not wanting to let her give a
Just a
weapon. He doesn't want her to kill.
It's not like you killed him. I know what it's like. First time that you hurt someone like that. I'm not good at this.
Yeah, you really aren't.
I mean, it was my fault.
That's nice though. Like he's not doing it to be a dick. He's doing it to. He's being a father to her. He's protecting her from something. From something.
It wasn't my first time.
Oh dang. What?
Show me your grip. Finger off the trigger. Over your thumb. Left hand. Squeezes down on the right. Look at.
My man.
You put it in your pack.
Ain't gonna lie, I'm afraid of that happening to me. So I always put it in my bag or whatever. I like how she had it before, but now she's actually like admiring that she has it because she's allowed to have it. Oh, bro. She still chooses to be disobedient. Give a child an inch, they take a mile, bro.
We'll get through this.
I know.
He was low-key telling that to himself. I really want to know what group this is.
You?
That man looks dope, though. Like a full-on Call of Duty character. You just got like pathways throughout this whole area. I mean, it would be smart. You could just imagine all the time it would take to do it. Oh, never mind. Maybe she's just checking up here. Someone's living here.
They're out of food. Henry won't let Sam starve.
So is this like a prison for his kid or
What?
something? Or somebody close to Henry? The heck caused that?
Fuck!
Nope, get out of here.
When do we tell the others?
Not yet. Let's just
What?
handle what we have to handle. We can deal with this after.
Kathleen.
After.
Nah, her like her eagerness and need to catch whoever Henry is, bro, is bro, her judgment is like all messed up. First, she's blaming Henry for Joel and Ellie, which obviously we know that that's not the case. He did not send them. And now she's like,
Take a look around first.
she wants her soldiers to stay focused on the whole Henry situation. So she doesn't want to warn them about the big ape,
Birds be without me, huh?
whatever thing in their backyard.
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, those are the type of leaders you can't follow. Because they always make irrational decisions based on what they want.
Come morning, I'll take a look at the city and find our way out.
Oh no, did they just sneak into the building?
We're going up 42 flights.
45. But no.
Sheesh. I really hope they did not just walk into that building with that thing. The likelihood of that happening is very low, considering that all the soldier people were there. But then again, they could have did like a time skip.
Hey, you know that guy who said he was hurt? How did you know it was an ambush?
I did. You don't trust people.
I've been on both sides.
Did you kill innocent people?
I feel like Joel has some kind of morals, and that goes that.
Come on.
No, okay, well maybe not. Probably gained his morals after.
Shit.
I don't think he ever pulled the trigger though. I feel like Joel's one of those people that beats himself up over being acquainted with people that did that.
Come on.
Give me a minute.
Get up, you lazy ass.
Lazy ass. 56 years old, you little shit.
This man is so good, bro. What? Setting
Joel?
traps.
Joel,
What?
what are you doing?
I don't want someone sneaking up on us while we're sleeping.
Are you sure you're gonna hear it?
Of course I'll hear it. That's the damn point.
Bro, Joel is on another level of like knowledge when it comes to survival. I thought Bill was like top tier, bro. This man Joel is crazy. I feel like Joel has like street survival, and Bill has more like
Hey,
Yeah.
long term
when we were talking about hurting
setup
people,
survival skills.
what did you mean it wasn't your first time?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, now she got a secret from you. He can't even complain because he told her that so many times.
You don't have to. I'm just saying, it isn't fair. Your age.
So it gets easier when you get older?
Yeah, no. It just means that you at least have an actual childhood until you have to.
Because I've noticed you don't hear too well from your right side. Is it because you were shot there?
Probably more from shooting.
Dang.
So if you want to keep your hearing, you stick to that knife.
Did you know diarrhea is hereditary?
What?
What?
Yeah. It runs in your genes.
That is so goddamn stupid.
You laughed, motherfucker.
I didn't laugh.
Yes, you did.
Jesus, I'm losing it.
You're losing it big time.
Why do I feel like this is so unscripted? I feel like that moment was unscripted. Maybe like the first laughter was scripted, but like the rest of the laughter wasn't. It just felt so natural, bro.
Joel!
Yeah, what? Hey man, ignore that. Hey man, bro, like, first of all, chef's kiss of an ending, that makes me want to continue watching. I'm so happy to be watching this show again, bro. I don't know why I take what I got for granted right now, and being able to watch shows and react to them and do that as a job, you know. And I call it tedious, I call it, you know, doing this, that, and it's not. The most tedious part about it was editing it, but even then, it's such a blessing to be able to do it. And I need to get back on it, bro. Genuinely, I need to get back on it. And I feel like this is the time to start doing it, you know. So yeah. I said most of what I need to say throughout the show, the episode. The fact that Joel was protecting Ellie from having to kill someone, is a very nice little, I don't know, testament to Joel's character, and showing that he acts like he doesn't care for Ellie and that she's just a package that just needs to be delivered, and it's like just because he made a promise to Tess, but at the end of the day, he still has enough care to know that she is a kid and that she should not do half the things that, you know, is required for her in this universe or this current time, you know. And he understands that, and I like that he understands that, because it makes me like Joel more, because, you know, it's like, even when Joel wasn't necessarily being nice to Ellie, it made me feel like, I don't know, he's being a little too much, being a little too rude to her, you know. From my eyes, I always saw that she's a kid, right? Obviously, because I didn't go through half the things Joel went through, so I don't think like him. But in my eyes, she was always a kid, so I would have treated her like a kid and stuff like that. And with me, I would have gave her a gun from the start, simply because in my mind it would be survival, and obviously I've never killed no one, so I don't know that feeling. So it makes sense that because he knows the feeling of how it feels to kill someone, that he wants to shelter her from that, right? Even though he didn't know she already did it, he still wanted to shelter her from it, just off rip, by assuming she is a kid and she shouldn't have to experience that, which is a very, very dope thing about Joel, bro. I love how with each episode their bond is getting closer and closer, and it's making me fall deeper in love with Joel and Ellie. And this episode kind of got a little too loud. This episode definitely proves my theory of season 1 not just being about the first game, but season 2 also being based about the first game, because this is episode 4. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an 8 episode series, maybe 10, highly unlikely. It's going to be 8 episode series, and with that being, like, they haven't even found Tommy yet. They haven't even really done anything yet, so the likelihood of the whole first season being the whole first game is so unlikely. They're drawing the story out just like I predicted. They're taking their time with it. They're developing it more. I don't even think half these characters were even in the game. I don't know if Kathleen is an actual character from the game. I don't know if this group of people that they're fighting is an actual group from the game. I don't doubt it, but Kathleen does sound very familiar. I was gonna say that when her name was mentioned, but I didn't make it this far into the game, so I have no idea who Kathleen is, or if she is a game canon character, you know. So the whole fact that if she's not, it's amazing to see them add characters. I highly doubt these two black boys that we just seen at the end were ever in the game. So whatever storyline happens with them will be most likely 9 times out of 10 be new. And that just shows you that they're actually branching this world out. They're not sticking to just the game. And I think anyone who thought that is idiotic. It makes no sense for them to make a whole show based on a game but stick exactly to the game. Like it makes no sense, right? Because that's a 1-season show. Who wants a 1-season show? This show should at least be 3 to 4 seasons, if I'm being completely honest with you. Maybe 6, I say 6 to 8 if they play their cards right with part 2, you know. It really just depends on the pacing Neil Druckmann and the other directors and writers decide to go. And so far it seems like they're taking it very, very slow. The beginning did seem really, really fast, honestly, and that's why I understand why people thought that it was just the first season would be the first game. But after episodes like Bill and Frank, it shows you how long and drawn out they want to do this show. Also, and we know that because this episode was literally only a day after that, but yet it seems like it was days after that. Like each episode seems like it's days after the other, but in reality they're all just, I wouldn't say back to back, but more or less a couple days in between, right? Or if anything, a day after, right? So they're taking it day by day, it seems like, at least. And in between those day by days, they stop focusing on Joel and Ellie to start focusing on other characters. And I don't know, it's building the universe. It makes it more interesting. It draws the show out, so I'm happy about that. It's just a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot of love put into the show. And like the comment I made earlier in the beginning, or like in the middle of the show episode, it's honestly so unbelievable right now that we are watching a Last of Us show. I was so hyped when they announced this show. It was so like it's still mind-boggling to think and understand that there's a Last of Us show. There's an actual show called The Last of Us based on the Last of Us game, and it's good, right? It's mind-blowing, bro. It's mind-blowing. Because usually game adaptation when it comes to movies or shows suck. And the same thing with movies that's turned into video games. You know, they never coincide with each other right correctly. But I think Neil Druckmann is doing a fantastic job. And I think the fact that The Last of Us itself is already a game that feels like a movie/show makes it easier for it to transfer the audience, right? Because let's be honest, you don't play The Last of Us necessarily for the gameplay. You play The Last of Us for the story. You play The Last of Us to watch The Last of Us. You play in between because you gotta play in between to get to the next part. But for me, it's all about the story. That's why I love Last of Us Part 2, because the story was magnificent in my opinion. I feel like everything that was done in that story was needed to happen for me to continue to enjoy the Last of Us series, you know? And I don't know, I think it was a nice touch, and I feel like anyone who complains about The Last of Us and calls it a trash game is literally just someone who wants, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's just something. Anyone who doesn't like The Last of Us 2 is simply someone who doesn't like to get their way, or doesn't like to not get their way. And when they don't get their way, they complain, they call it trash, and they say the world sucks, this, that, and the third. You know, those type of people. But yeah, I'm so excited to see where this show goes. I'm happy to be back and reacting to things. With that being said, make sure you check out my Patreon down below in the description so you can catch every reaction completely unedited. Also, it supports me so I can bang out new content for you guys, and better content as the days go by. That being said, it's been your boy Cloud Special Shinobi, and I'm out. Peace.